Who do people say you are? Join me, Mercy Ogutu, as we talk about branded by God on this video. You know, the English dictionary states that a brand is an identifying symbol. It can be a word, it can be a logo, it can be a mark, it can be a name, it can be a sentence. The companies use to differentiate one another in terms of their products and the services that they are offering. But recently I came in contact with another definition of a brand, and this is what it says. A brand is who people say you are. So let me pose this question and ask, who do people say you are? You know, Jesus had the guts, and the confidence to ask his disciples in Matthew chapter 16, 13 to 17. He's around with the disciples and he asks them, who are people saying that I am? What is my brand? What kind of brand have I portrayed out there for people? And the disciples began to tell him that people say that you are Jeremiah, others are saying you are Elijah, other people are saying that you are one of the prophets, and some even say that you are John the Baptist. You know, I like the way these people were able to associate Jesus with these no-nonsense prophets. I mean, Jeremiah, Elijah, John the Baptist, these were no-nonsense prophets. And of course, Jesus was also a prophet as well. And you know, I'd like to pause and ask again, who do people say you are? But then Jesus brings the point home, because these are 12 disciples and they are in the company of Jesus. So Jesus asked them, what about you guys? You are in this company of mine, whatever the company is called. Who are you saying that I am? You guys yourselves. Forget about the people out there. What are you guys saying about me? Who am I? And of course, Peter says that you are the Son of the living God. You're the Son of the Most High God. Then Jesus tells him that, you know what, Peter? Flesh and blood has not revealed that to you, but my Father who is in heaven. You know, do you have a distinct difference from everyone else around you, or are you like everyone else? You know, God tells us that we should always stand out, and we're not meant to fit in as believers. We are meant to be standing out wherever we are. Let me ask you, when you walk into a room, do people confuse your identity in terms of who you are? Or do they know that indeed you are branded by God and no one can confuse that because of the way you portray yourself? You are actually God's brand. You have the blueprint and the stamp of God upon your life, that it's unequivocal, it's unquestionable that you are indeed God's brand. I love the scripture in 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 12. It says, if you want to know that you are branded by God, go and look at the scripture. 1 Timothy 4:12 that tells us, set an example to other believers in word. That's number one. Number two, in conversation. The other day I learned that silence cannot be misquoted. You don't have to chime in every conversation. Stand out in conversation. There's some conversations that you don't have to even add anything to them. Like, don't be a party to them, because they will either you'll have question marks whether you are of God or not of God. Number three, in charity. Number four, in spirit. Number five, in faith and in purity. If you want to know that you are branded by God, go and check that list in 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 12. And you know what? I'd like to encourage you today that make sure that whenever you step into a place, in whichever sphere you are, ensure that people know who you are, that your identity in terms of your brand is not questionable. And people can say, that girl, that lady, that man is actually branded by God. Thank you for watching this video. And of course, we'd like to connect with you on our social media platforms. Get us on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter as well. We love you and we are always praying for you. God bless you. Mwah.